friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about these Endo cleansing spa water makeup wipes. I've not talked about Endo before on my channel, so I will be telling you a little bit about the company. I will tell you about this product, I will share my experience, we will go through it, and I will let you know whether I think this is something that you need in your life. So for all of that, there are going to be timestamps down below, and let's talk about Endo. Although I've also heard somebody pronounce it Cogendu lately, but I'm going to stick with Endo because that sounds better to me. The company was started in 1986 in Tokyo, and it was started by an actress who was wearing makeup all day and really felt like it was doing harsh things to her skin, having all of this like stage makeup and film makeup on, and decided to create this line of skincare, which now also includes some makeup, and to have really good ingredients in there that are like botanical, that keep out artificial fragrances, and that has some of this special spa water in the products. If this sounds somewhat familiar, it's also kind of like the founding story of the company Pearless. That one was also founded by an actress who found she was wearing makeup all day, very heavy for the films and TV that she was doing, and wanted something to really revitalize and refresh her skin. So it was kind of an interesting thing to read the story about Endo and think, oh, I've heard this before. You can buy some Endo products at some Sephoras. It appears in Canada's Sephora, at least online. There's only a handful, like a couple of makeup products you can buy. It also looks like you may be able to get it through some Sephoras or order directly from their website. So I feel like I don't hear them talked about that much, but from what I had heard going into this, I knew these products were pricey, and they are pricey. So just poking around online, like if you want to buy a facial cleanser, it's in like the $60 to $80 range. So their facial wash is $59, and these are all American prices, I do believe. They have a lotion from $72. There is a bar of soap, that is $70. And then you go up from there. If you want a night moisture mask, it is $112. So pricey products. And I haven't really heard like people really singing their praises out there. And I do watch, a fair bit of beauty YouTube, but it could just be a different level, a different, market for these products than the types of folks I tend to watch and get information and feedback from. If you're interested in their foundations, one of their foundations is $77, another one is $55. Their best-selling moisture foundation is also $77. So that's American again, so you're getting close to like $100 Canadian for foundation products. And let's also just mention, not the biggest shade range in the world either. But we are here to talk about this product, and this is part of their spa line, which when you look at it looks like it's maybe supposed to be a little bit lower cost. It definitely doesn't look as fancy as their main line of products, but even within the spa line, if you're looking at a mask, it's going to be $96. Their foaming facial wash is $52. The thing that seems like the best deal is you can actually just get the cleansing water, which I assume is like micellar water, for $21, which is surprisingly affordable compared to everything else. But if you want to buy these, I got a little 10-pack here, but if you buy a 40-pack, it costs you $71 US. So here in Canada, that would be more. It's almost like $2 per facial wipe. This little one right here, this is a 10-pack, and if you want to buy this one, it's going to be $23. So this is described as an ultra-mild cleansing wipe. It's soaked in their signature blend of soothing mineral-rich thermal water and conditioning botanical extracts. It's an ultra-mild cleansing water cloth that effectively removes even stubborn waterproof makeup with ease. Infused with 6 essential herbs, including rosemary, sage, and lavender, to balance and nurture skin, these refreshing wipes also contain white birch sap to deeply replenish the complexion with brightening minerals. And apparently that white birch sap is harvested for only 3 weeks in early spring. It is oil-free, it is alcohol-free, it says there's no washing or rinsing required, it's for all skin types, it's not tested on animals, it is vegan, and it is made without artificial colors, synthetic fragrance, or mineral oil derived from petroleum. And when you do look at the ingredients, there's nothing there that seems bad, there's no fragrance, there's nothing that is concerning. It does seem like very good ingredients that are in here. So I am not usually a makeup wipe remover kind of person. I just think that it creates more waste than is needed. And I know that using the little cotton rounds that I do for my cellar water, that also creates waste, but it just seems somehow like less than these wipes are. These wipes, I mean, it feels very luxurious in a sense. They are very thick. They feel very cottony. It really does feel like a cloth, but it feels like kind of a waste to be throwing that out. They're fairly saturated with the fluid that is in here. You know, they're not dripping wet at all, but they definitely feel moist. And it feels very nice, like it's luxurious using them, and they definitely are convenient. But that convenience is what I liked the most about it, and that's not something that you need these makeup wipes for. I also think that, you know, it's not any more convenient than a micellar water and a cotton pad, really. So as far as, you know, the special benefits of this, I actually found that it wasn't as moisturizing as I want it to be. So they say that you don't need to rinse it afterwards. So I did that a number of nights. I would use it to take off my makeup and then I wouldn't put anything else on. And I mean, they're not saying to not use a moisturizer, but a couple of times when I didn't, it just felt like it was still kind of dry around my face. So if you are going to use this without rinsing, I would definitely suggest putting a moisturizer on. It just felt not, like I just imagined it was going to be a little more moisturizing, and that in itself wouldn't put me off of these, but I found they weren't great at removing makeup. So on those days when I used this, it really took some work, more so than usually with my cellar water, to remove my mascara. And I don't tend to use waterproof mascara, like it's not the craziest stuck on there kind of thing, but it still really had to work at it to get it off. And I felt like I was pulling on my lids or rubbing a little bit more than I would like to. Usually, I mean, I really like using oil cleansers, in which case you just sort of, it takes everything off, no problem, and you don't need to use anything that creates a waste. But if I am using my cellar water, I find you can soak the cotton pad a little bit more than these felt like, and then what I will usually do is hold it against my eye for, you know, a few seconds, and it sort of gives it a chance before I even start rubbing to just sort of saturate and start to break everything down, because it does have that wetness to it. These, although they are moist, it doesn't really feel like it's wet enough to start breaking things down. It feels like you have to spend a little bit more time wiping and rubbing than I would really like to. So overall, I don't think that any kind of makeup wipe is worth $2 per wipe, but I also didn't find these were so spectacularly good that I would say to maybe spring for them as a like luxury. Because for me, I think what I would end up buying makeup wipes for is to take with me when I'm camping, or just to keep around if I have like a late night and I just need to get my makeup off and it's like a treat to myself. But for the price that these are, like, they're not as good as I would want them to be. So even if we leave the price aside, I feel like you could get better makeup wipes than this. And then when you add in the price that these are on top of that, I just don't think that it's worth it. And just while I'm mentioning the idea of the waste that these create and, you know, cutting back on waste a little bit, I will also point out that you can make your own cotton pads out of actual cotton, or buy some online. Like there are Etsy sellers that sell cotton, like homemade cotton rounds that you can just sort of wash in the laundry in a mesh bag and reuse them again. And so there are lots of ways to remove your makeup that don't create nearly as much waste as these makeup wipes do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and let me know what you think. If you agree with me, if you tend to use makeup wipes, which ones you do, how you tend to remove your makeup, leave all of that in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. That helps me out with my channel and also lets me know the kind of content that you guys like. And I look forward to seeing all of you in my next video. Bye!